River Center, baby! Recap last week. Oklahoma obviously took on a good Missouri team. But first, I would like to give myself credit for the upset special of the week. Kansas State over Miami. Said it was going to happen. It happened. Been close 3 weeks before that. I've covered. But this time, my team won outright, so I'm going to step up into the light and, and obviously accept my glory and praise. So that was a big one. Came down to that last play. No, Miami Hurricane fans, it was not a horse collar tackle. He had his hand all over his shoulder pad. Just a great play by the kid. Quit trying to steal the kid's glory by trying to say it should have been a penalty. You're in complete denial of what happened. He had his hand on his shoulder. He pulled him down all the way. He spun off of him. And, I'm sorry your quarterback, can't hardly lift, a grocery sack of groceries for a bench press. Is why he's just too weak. And the Kansas State guy stopped him at the 1-yard line. Game over. Kansas State Wildcats, Big 12, put it to the Miami Hurricanes in Miami. Huge win, but, that old Sly Fox, Bill Snyder, he's going to get it done. So, we'll check that game out. I know you have to go up there and play Kansas State. Might be a little tougher than we think. We already know they can beat Texas because they beat Texas every time. So, but for them to win, kudos to the Wildcats. Bombs here, is giving you all the praise in this recap because you pulled it out and the way you did it. First down and goal at the 2-yard line. You held them for 4 straight plays from getting that touchdown to take the lead, and remarkable. Totally remarkable. Deserve it. Okay, OU Missouri. Let's get into the game. Starts off, a little panic on the board. Max, dude, you got to calm down. OU looks like they're having some trouble. You got on the board and said you were about to have a heart attack. You get severe chest pains. The way Missouri just, whipped those first 2 touchdowns like they did. And I got on the board and I said, dude, calm down. OU's the better team. OU's going to take control. That's exactly what happened. What happened was OU tried to play a press man-to-man coverage against the spread with the Missouri, and you know what? The quarterback from Missouri was decent. Don't try to make him the next Brad Smith. The dude was 16 for 34 in passing. So let's calm down a bit on how good he is. But he was decent enough. They had a good game plan. They ran some great routes. The little Mo receiver was tough, and they caught us in a bad scheme. They were up on us 14-3. We took care of business after that. By the time they scored again, it was 31-14. So during that period of time in the game, we had clamped down and taken control. Did it look bad in the stats? Whatever. LSU gave up more yards to West Virginia than we did to Missouri. In fact, Missouri is one of 3 teams that is averaging 240 yards passing and 240 yards rushing. So they have a very balanced offense. They have a very, very good offense. Might be one of the best offenses in the nation. So LSU gave up over 500-something yards. We did as well, but I looked at the thing, and in the 4th quarter, we gave up over 25% of those yards. So they tacked on a lot of garbage yards later. We gave up a garbage TV. They made it 38-28. Otherwise, we were ahead in the game 17 points for over half the game. When you're ahead by 17 points, you're forcing the team to have to score at least 3 times, 1 to tie you. So that anytime you're up by 3 scores, you have control of the game. And OU basically did take control. Yes, it would have been more impressive to the pollsters because, as we know, in the poll that matters, OU is still number 1. In the other poll, they put LSU in front of us for now this week. There's a lot of hype came on, and a lot of people are saying OU, defense, blah, blah, even though LSU gave up more yards. Regardless of that, in the poll that matters, we're still number 1. This week, we'll get into that in the preview show. So with all that, I really don't have much more to say. It was interesting week of football. I'll give it up to Alabama. They took care of a depleted Arkansas team. That was a good win. Boise State took care of Tulsa. I guess we kind of expected that. Some of the other games. It's interesting what's coming up though the next week. But from last week, I thought OU looked better than people were saying. The real diehards on the board saw it. Kudos to you guys who stepped up and actually saw what was going on. Some of you other posters, Celine Scenics, that I like to call you, the cynics of the board, Celine, I can't even say her name, man. Celine Dion. I'm obviously not a fan. So, to the cynics on the board, look, OU did better than you thought. You took control of the game. OU took control of the game. So with that, I'm going to be out with this recap. OU is still #1 in the poll that matters. This week, Ball State, we'll talk about it in a few. Bombs away, baby.